Battlerap, hold it down. We got the crown. It's Hayes. Hayes, what they call me. So let's get straight to it. There's RBE, right? Straight to it. A.WARD lost this battle. A.WARD lost this battle clear. Now, before we get to that, but not for the reasons why you're going to hear in probably every other single recap, or probably every recap. This is what you're going to hear.
Oh my God, did you hear what Big K said in the first? Oh my God, did you hear what Big K said in the second? Big K said, what about black girls? But did you hear what Big K said in the third?
That's probably what you're going to hear throughout the entire recaps of the Battlerap hemisphere, okay? And you might get some, A.WARD stuff was cool, and I told you he wouldn't last on URL. That's probably what you're going to get in every recap, okay? It's more to that than what happened here, right? So first, before I get into why A.WARD lost, there's more than meets the eye why A.WARD lost. First off, let me tell you a little story. 2012, the summertime. Summertime. Now, I'm heavy into my hood shit, but into my conscious shit as well. Now, I'm not getting in it. I'm talking about music. Music. Nigga, we ain't doing no hip-hop police over here, nigga. We ain't doing that. But I was heavy into listening to hood shit as well as conscious shit. So, during the summer, I was getting ready for the good music album that was coming this September. And I was heavy into Common's Dreaming and Believing that came out late 2011. As well as I was heavy into Food and Liquor 2 by Lupe that was going to come out, I want to say September. But I was heavy into that bag at the time. So I remember there was a nice little get-together, a let-out at my man's house. No furniture, by the way, but hey, it is what it is. So it's getting near the end of the night. And most people either left, fell asleep, chilling, not doing nothing, whatever. So it's mostly just us niggas just like, yo, what you want to listen to? And I'm like, yo, let's listen to, I think Lupe got a new song out or whatever. Like, nigga, nah, nigga, we want to hear some hood shit. Right? I'm like, these niggas. And that's how I felt about this battle. Like, it felt like The Rock when he came back in 2003 on SmackDown when he just said, y'all just don't want to hear that crap tonight. Like, like I felt like A.WARD's material, they just didn't want to hear that shit today. Like, they didn't want to hear that shit. Like, it just is what it is. Like, so that happens. I've seen it plenty of times. It don't matter how dope it is, how good it is. They just didn't want to hear the shit. Like, first off, I gotta give props to Big K. Let me not put it on the crowd. Oh, Big K was dope. It might be top drive. In my eyes, the greatest Big K I ever seen. Like, low key, outside of maybe Illmac. Like, even more than Adi Boom. It was one round. It wasn't. This is the best Big K I've probably ever seen. So we're gonna give props to Big K. We're gonna still get to that third round, by the way. But let me give props to Big K. But here's the thing. This battle for me, it felt like a URL battle. It's weird. Like, Big K's material, his flow, his delivery, his performance, it gave me that old Snack DVD URL feel. Like, I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, but if you know, you know. Like, it gave me that old gutter in a basement, Young L DNA, Sue Surf DNA. Like, it gave me that hollow Big T. Like, it gave me that type of feel, right? T-Rex and like. And Big K, here's where A.WARD went wrong, okay? Big K was punching at a higher rate than A.WARD. Like, Big K's punching rate was way higher. Like, almost every four, he had a fire punch. A.WARD, on the other hand, was punching like on maybe every 4 or every 8. But it wasn't. Sometimes it was too layered. Like, it wasn't super duper layered, but sometimes it took him too long to get to the punch. That's first thing that messed up A.WARD. Second thing is, here's why their whole A.WARD, don't be beaten, white guys things. Here's where this ultimately went wrong with A.WARD. When you face black guys, A.WARD, when he faces black guys, of course, people are expecting A.WARD to talk about anything street or anything like that, because we don't know him for that. So if a black guy talking about you ain't street, ain't gonna really hit. It ain't gonna hear if a black guy talk about, oh yeah, A.WARD, you ain't street, you ain't from it. Like it'll work for maybe around, but nigga ain't like, okay, whatever. We know A.WARD ain't street. We know A.WARD ain't like that. Like, relax. But if somebody of his complexion does it, and we feel like he is from that, it's gonna be way worse, right? Big K, I don't know who. We won't get to the third. I don't know who does what. Who we don't know who people are off camera, but Big K's material, like it feel like niggas that we know that's from the trap, or if you from the trap, like you know, like it just had that feel. It has that Sue Surf, Calico, Easy to Block, K-Shine, T-Rex, like that type of feel to where it's just like that gully gutter that Big K had that material almost all 3 rounds, to where it didn't matter what A.WARD said, because at the end of the day, niggas really want to hear. It's cool, you got your structured bars and you got your nice little punches. Like nigga, we want to hear that other shit. We want to hear that shit. Just like my niggas was like in 2000, like nigga, we just want to hear that shit. Like we ain't really trying to hear that other, right? Going back to it, this felt like a URL battle. To get to the other point, when someone is on a pedestal or on a wave to where they're unbeatable or not clearly losing, it gets to a point to where niggas just want to see the downfall. It happens every single time. This was giving me K-Shine versus Chilla, and then K-Shine versus Hollow. This was giving me Verb versus Clips. Like, there comes a time to where niggas just ready to see a nigga not ready to see a nigga lose. Like, and I feel like Ward, even though people like 2015, 2016, a lot of people feel like he lost like Mac and different things of that nature, but he's been on a great run, just like 2017, 18, like a 4 or 5 year run where he isn't losing clear, like at all. Like he beat Geechee Gotti clear, and in many people's eyes, he had the Baby Bulls with Rum Nitty, like he's just going crazy. And I think this felt, for me, it felt like niggas was just ready. Niggas was ready for be like, okay, A.WARD, like we ready. Like, like we ready. You gotta be humbled, A.WARD. It's time for you to be humbled, A.WARD. Come back down here with the Earthlings. That's how it felt, right? Because A.WARD was saying some fire stuff. It was getting a lot of praise, but then I was hearing Big K stuff, and some of it was kind of cool, but niggas was like, oh! I'm like, all right. It got near the second round. I'm like, oh, okay. I see what it is. There was some nigga cheering the whole battle. 3-0 first round. 3-0 second round. 3-0. They're like, the whole battle. Every time Big K went, he was like 3-0. I was like, come on. So it got to a point to where it was feeling like, oh yeah, niggas ready. Niggas ready to see A.WARD get humble a little bit. But let's get on A.WARD. Like I said before, his punching rate wasn't as high as Big K. He talked about, yeah, you're gonna rap like this, but at the end of the day, sometimes niggas ain't trying to think, and niggas wants to get straight to it. RBE. Niggas just trying to get straight to it. Nigga ain't trying to think. Nigga ain't trying to, nigga, just tell me what it is, where I'm going, where we at. Don't do this no deluxe, but tell me this around the corner, like, go over the bridge and through the wood. Like, bitch, tell me how to get to where I gotta go. And Big K ain't gonna do that. He ain't gonna really do the over complicated, metaphysical type shit, right? Once again, niggas was on, nigga, let's get straight to it. Shout out RBE. Okay? Niggas was like, let's get straight to the shit. You know what I mean? So, A.WARD was firing up in the next point. I'm not trying to shade Big K, but for me personally, I know a lot of people, the expectations for Big K to do well wasn't really up there, at least for me, right? I watched a lot of his battles lead up to the A.WARD bout, and I'm like, damn, he has a great first round, but then he tails off. Great first round, tails off. Adi Boom battle. First round, can you tell me anything from the second or third? He has a great first round, Reed Dollars, Jay Mills, like, great first round, it just tails off. I'm like, so my expectations were like here. Meanwhile, A.WARD, because he's been damn near unbeatable, my expectations for him are up here. So once again, because Big K exceeded a lot of people's, especially mine, expectations, once again, that's what we're getting from this battle, for me. But let me get to a few other things. Let me get to a few other things. I'm not even going to address the URL stands and URL battlers and stand boys and fangirls, and I'm not addressing that because you talk bad about him when he wins as well as he loses. So there's no need to be like, oh, you want to talk about him that? Like, they talk about bad either way. Like, talking about him ain't going to bring him over to URL any faster. Like, like you would think they would big him up and be like, yo, he did his work. He lost tonight, but you know what? I want to see how he's going to come back from that. But to say, man, I told you, see, he can't do it over here. Like, like, nigga, they ain't going to bring him over to URL. And then ultimately, that's what your niggas will want anyway. Dummy. But speaking of that, dummy, I believe in the second round, I could be wrong, it might be the first, Big K had a bar that said, you sound dumb like a black Christian. That's what you said. I know, because you ran it back and the crowd was like, yeah, like a black. What the fuck? And I said it, sometimes y'all niggas just be cheering the cheer shit. What does that mean? Like, I'm not offended, but it's like, what does that mean? You sound dumb like a black Christian. What does that mean? First thing. Second thing. The whole mud duck thing, situation, okay? A.WARD exposed in the third that Big K was calling black women or black woman mud ducks. And I'm like, what? And then I had to go back in my mind. I'm like, I think I do remember that. I think I do remember that. I'm like, Big K, you saying what? Now, here's where I love, but I don't. I love exposing the hypocrisy, right? Because a lot of people are going to say, but see, that was 3 years ago. You don't know what the black girl said. Like, nigga, that ain't a big deal. Right? A nigga snitches. Oh my God, nigga. It was like 10 years ago. Oh my God, nigga, I can't believe this nigga did this. Right? Allegedly snitches. Niggas ready to end a nigga's career. So you can disrespect black. Once again, you can disrespect, be racist. You can do all that. Fine. Just don't snitch on criminals who are doing illegal activity that's destroying our community. Please don't send them to jail. Happy Black History Month, by the way. Happy Black History Month, by the way. Here's the thing. I don't rock with that at all. At all. I'm not here to be on no pedestal like, we gotta cancel Big K. Like, I just want to let it be known, I don't rock with that. At all. So I don't care what Big K said in the third. Now rocking. In the third, to be honest with you, wasn't as good as his other two. And I don't think was as good as A.WARD's third. Getting to that. A.WARD. Round placement is everything. I think A.WARD learned in this battle, round placement is everything. Had he did his third and his first, it might be a different battle. Or he probably still lose clear. But it's like A.WARD's third, he structured it to where he exposed Big K for having his parents having a family business and that he wasn't really from that life. As well as disrespecting black women and being racist. The goal is to make your opponent look different. If you do that in the first, it doesn't matter what Big K gotta say. Niggas like, but you don't really live that. And niggas like, and you low-key racist. Right? Round placement is everything. But at the end of the day, A.WARD, you lost. It is what it is. It happens. It happens. He lost. I'm not gonna apologize for predicting. Nigga, you don't see sports, motherfucker. Like, I didn't disrespect Big K and say he trashed and all like that. Like, this is where, like, You're gonna be like, I apologize, Big K, because I ain't believing you. Nigga, it's a prediction, nigga. I ain't Miss Cleo, nigga. I thought you was gonna lose. That's it. But I was wrong. I think some people might debate the second, but I think the haymakers were just a little bit too much for A.WARD. I had Big K winning in second as well. So first and second, Big K. Third, A.WARD. Shout out to Big K. I wish we get this every battle. And we got this motivated Big K every battle, bro. Nigga. Like, he would easily be top 5 Cody every year, nigga. Like, I'm waiting for this from Big K. That's my feelings. Now, you can say I'm making excuses for it or do whatever. Nigga. That's how I see it. Now, if you think it's some up, it is what it is. But it ain't just simple as, oh, Big K won. Did you hear what he said? A.WARD, did you hear what he said? It wasn't that good? No. But that's my opinion. Shout out to RBE, Adam and M, Big K, A.WARD. You did a damn thing. Battle of the card for me. You know, I'm just a fan of how to show one love. These people that love Battlerap, not the keyboard thugs. Battlerap, hold it down. Bow.